Every pregnancy needs utmost care and attention. But certain pregnancies need a little extra attention. An RH negative mother carrying an RH positive baby is at increased risk of complications. BSV is at the forefront to ensure safe delivery in every RH negative pregnancy.
Hello and welcome to the Outside View Live presented by BSV, Puma, Food and Wellness and Emery Hospitals. So after a blockbuster contest that we got to witness yesterday, South Africa and Bangladesh are now all set to lock horns with each other for the second match of the World Cup. And joining me in the pre-show today are Shathira and Danny. Welcome both of you to the show.
Hi.
Thank you.
So divided by time zones but united by cricket, let's just get to the teams who are taking to the charge of the field. So playing an ICC Women's ODI World Cup or any World Cup for that matter is a dream for any team. And the Bangladesh Dreams team finally found its destination as they are set to make their debut this year. The World Cup qualifiers were called off owing to the pandemic and they qualified on the basis of their ODI rankings. We know that this team has the ability to punch above their weights, and that has been instrumental in changing the outlook of Bangladesh cricket. So, Shatira, your take on the journey of the team and how special this moment will be for them when they take the charge of the field today.
Yeah, obviously, this is a big thing for us. This is the first time Bangladesh women is playing 50 over World Cup, and this is a very exciting moment for everyone, every Bangladeshi, not only the players but also us and all the Bangladeshi people are waiting for the match. The timing here is 3:30 a.m. in the morning, and everyone is awake. All the players are calling me, and we are waiting eagerly to see the match. And I believe that they will start with a very, very good match.
Definitely. It's lovely to hear that everyone are excited to watch the team all in action. So, well, the oppositions are South Africa. Danny, coming to you, you've been with the team, and as we say that the World Cup is a process, a long preparation. So, how excited are you to watch the side in action?
Yeah, it's always nice to get a World Cup up and running, and obviously knowing some of the players, or most of them, I know how excited they are to start the campaign. What beautiful and better place to start it is in New Zealand, and yeah, the team's gonna come a very long way. And there's obviously a lot of high expectations for the side, so yeah, it's just going to be good fun to see how they go and also cope with that expectation.
Yes. So the last time Bangladesh registered a win against South Africa in the ODI format was in 2012, and then Ayabonga Khaka and Sunelis made their debuts. So since then, Khaka and Lees have played 73 and 92 ODIs for their country. Meanwhile, we're talking about Rumana Ahmed, Bangladesh's most capped player, and she has played only 36 matches. So when we talk about the ODI games, the experience, and the lack of games that the team has played, experience is important when you head into an ODI World Cup, Shatira. So your take on that. Before
Yeah,
that, before that, we'll just give an update to our users that Bangladesh have won the toss and they've elected to bowl first. So as they are going to take the charge of the ball first, Shatira, your first thoughts on that first.
actually, I was reading about the wicket condition, and I know about this wicket. This is who will bowl first, that they will get some advantage, because last 13 matches, 8 matches win who bowl first. So that is a good thing for us. Everyone knows that our main strength is our bowler. So, winning the toss is uh, the first thing we this is in our favor, so we are very happy for that. And what you were talking about, the experience, yeah, obviously Bangladesh didn't play so many matches, that's why, because the big teams, they doesn't want to play with Bangladesh, because like India, England, Australia, they doesn't want to play with us because of their form maybe. So we don't have enough chance. The teams, they wants to play. We have most played with South Africa. So Denny already knows that we have played 17 matches with them and we own only 2 matches. But what I believe, that every day is a new day. So cricket is a game according to the day. So today who will play win, they will win definitely, but we know this South Africa, and our plus point is especially Danny is not there, Lee is not there, so maybe this morning shows the day definitely. So we own the toss, that is a positive thing for Bangladesh.
Positive start for Bangladesh, says Shatira. Coming to you, Dani, South Africa will bat first. Lizel Lee is in pre-tournament quarantine. Tasmin Brits opened the innings against West Indies in warm-up matches as well. So, do you see someone else getting that at that position, or pretty much the same openers?
No, I don't think. I'd be very surprised if they change. They'll give me a lot of grey hairs if they do that. Obviously, unfortunate that Lizelle is in quarantine, but it's great that she got out there and she's joining the side a bit later. So, yeah, I doubt they'll change. And if they do, as I mentioned, I'll get a couple of grey hairs extra.
Yes, correct. So we're talking about Bangladesh's experience, the number of ODIs they've played. But if we talk about 2021, South Africa had a good run, Danny. One against India, Pakistan, West Indies, and again this year against West Indies, ranked number two. How do you sum up the team's journey to the World Cup?
Yeah, it's been a lot of hard work. We've spoken about it in length. The team, yeah, it's just has grown as a side. It's been a team that's been playing for a very long time together. Um, it's just the hard work and the effort that's showing, not just the skill side of it, but the physical side of it as well. And you can see that within the side, everybody's looking fit and ready and raring to go. And yeah, as I mentioned, it's a lot of hard work, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that's gone into these 4 years. And yeah, it's, as I said, I think everyone's quite excited, especially at home, to watch the team get up and running in a tournament. As we mentioned, we're not going to take any side, I guess, light. Definitely not Bangladesh. It's a World Cup and it's a world tournament, and every team deserves to be there. And hopefully the team don't take it lightly and really bring the A game every single game.
Bring their A game, says Dani. So they're going to Bangladesh is going to take the charge with the ball first. They have quite a few spinners in their side. First up, talking about Naida Akhtar, has been the highest wicket taker for them. So your thoughts on her, Shatira?
Yeah, she's a very good bowler, and we own the Asia Cup for her especially because she can bowl in the power play, and she knows about the batters where to bowl, and she can read the weakness as early as possible. In this stage everyone can play everywhere, but every batter I think have some weak point, and she can do the bowling in that according place. So she's a very good bowler for us, and especially we can use her everywhere in the opening slot and slog over and everywhere, and she's a big strength for Bangladesh team.
Yes. So next we're talking about Laura Wolfart. In an interaction with us, she said that South Africa have the best bowling attack. Do you agree to that, Danny? We're going to see them bowl in the next innings, in the second innings. But then, do you agree with the thought? Also, she added that it's the strongest squad we have ever had at the World Cup.
Yeah, I can't. I definitely can't. Yeah, I can't argue with that. Yeah, it's a very strong South African side, as I mentioned. It's been a team that's coming a long way for many years together, and yeah, Wolfie hit the nail on the head with the bowling attack. I'm certainly very proud of the attack, and I always raved about them and said that as a captain I have the strongest bowling attack. And I just saw the lineup, and I see South Africa's going with a four pace bowler attack today. So it's going to be interesting to see how they go. And I believe they'll live up to our expectations. And hopefully, as I said, they just hit that ground running.
Yes. So for the Bangladesh, if we talk about the highest run getter for the side, Fargana Haq stands tall there, scored 342 runs from 12 matches. How crucial will be her contributions at the top order? More pace and movement is what we'll get to see in New Zealand compared to the Asian region. So how does one tackle that situation, and how do you see her playing an important role in the side, Shatira?
I think they have used to in this wicket with the Pacers and that situation, because with England they did very well, especially Shami Shukta, she did 81, and with Pakistan also Farjana did 70 runs. So I think they're in a good shape here, and they know how to utilize the pace. And though we didn't have so many pace bowlers like South Africa and the other teams, but they can tackle all the pace bowlers, I think.
Yes. So now that South Africa are going to take the charge of the field with the bat first, so we're going to talk about that middle order. And one name that pops into our mind is Marizan Kaap. The fourth, like she's batted at different positions, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh, but her contributions at the middle order has been very, very crucial for the side. So if I have to ask you, Dane, what should be and what should be the ideal batting number for Kaap, you see, according
Yeah,
to you?
it's difficult because of her workload. I've mentioned it before where, she's an opening bowler. She feels on the boundary, and as a captain, we always spoke about I guess her workload. And I think just for Marizan, I think she's been hitting the ball incredibly well for the last couple of years, and not just saying it being biased. It's a fact. You saw at the 100, you saw at the big bash, how she's hit the ball, and you saw in the warm up games as well. She stood head and shoulders above everyone against England, scoring at a very good strike rate. And what I've heard wasn't the easiest of surfaces. So, yeah, I think the higher up the better. In my opinion, I'm a firm believer of your best batter should face the most balls. As I said, if you look at the dynamics of the side and what South Africa wants, there's always that opportunity to push the whole batting lineup, shift it up, one spot. So yeah, she's definitely invaluable in the middle, and yeah, I'd definitely give her five spot. But I know it is quite difficult with her workloads.
Definitely five-star fifth spot says Dane. But then for the Bangladesh again, you have Rumana Ahmed in the side, Salma Khatun. Both of them has considerable experience by their sides. A lot will be on their shoulders too to take the team further, as spin appears to be one of their strengths. Shatira.
No, I don't think so, because everyone is doing well there, and especially Rumana is the player who never take what pressure in her shoulder. So she is the match-winning player. Where the team will get in pressure, then she can bring the team to the winning side. And there are lots of players also. Jahanara Alam is there, and Farjana is also senior player. She's playing from so many days, and Shamima, Sharmin Shupta, everyone. Like, I don't want to say only about Rumana and Salma. Everyone who is playing in this squad, most of them have played so many one day matches which Bangladesh have played already. So I don't think so. They have divided their responsibility. Bowlers have to do their work, batters have to do their work. So altogether, the team will perform well, I think.
Altogether the team will perform well. So we'll just have a look at the playing 11s for today's match, both of South Africa and Bangladesh. That's the squad that we're going to see on the field today. About the Bangladesh squad, you have those like experienced players, a good mix of both experience and youngsters out there. South Africa, you have Sunil, uh, the captain of the side in the absence of Dani, of course. So first thoughts on the playing 11 coming to you, Dani.
Yeah, it's pretty much kind of what I expected. I just kind of mentioned in the previews, I'm a bit confused as to who's going to be the frontline spinner. If you watch the warm up games, not many opportunities. Didn't see Sunay bowl, you didn't see Chloe Tryon bowl. So going for full pace attack, 100%. But my question is just who's going to share the workload between Chloe and Sunay, if they haven't been bowling as much. Yes, they bowled in the West Indies game, but again, if Sunay didn't bowl, Chloe bowled. It was very few times where both of them bowled their 10 together. And we just saw in the previous game, I know it's not the same field, but, spin will come in handy. And yeah, so that's the only thing for me. And obviously, I saw they opted for Trisha Chetty, which I agree with, just for that experience. And she's invaluable behind the stumps when it comes to tactics as well. So I think it's a very well balanced side. There's a little bit of concerns, in my opinion, but I mean, they've got all bases covered, and hopefully they'll prove me wrong today when it comes to who's going to take that lead, or when it comes to the spinning department.
My next question was actually regarding the spin department only. Of course, in your absence now, Sunidis is there captaining the side. But Your opinions on her as a player, as a captain, and also as an all-rounder, the leg spinner that the team has and possesses, and how important her role. Obviously, you have to mention here somewhere that in your absence, a lot of responsibility falls on her shoulders as well. So, your thoughts on the entire scene?
Yeah, I mean, I know firsthand how difficult it is. You kind of, as a captain, when I became captain, I didn't involve myself as much because I didn't want the team to feel like, oh, I'm putting myself ahead of the team. But Shanae's been doing it for a long time, and I've been injured enough this last couple of years, and she's got a good experience under her belt. I think she should back herself a little bit more with the ball. I'm a massive fan of her bowling. Her stat speaks for itself as a bowler, so. I just like to see her back herself a little bit more when it comes to bowling herself and obviously being captain. But having said that, captaincy comes with its own pressures, and not many people will understand it if they haven't done it. So, no doubt she plays a massive role. She's coming into her own as a batter within the top order, which is amazing to see. She's leading from the front when it comes to that department. I just like, as I mentioned, I'm a spinning fan, and I'd like to see her just either take the responsibility of being the frontline spinner or give it to Chloe. But then Chloe has to bowl a little bit more.
Yes. So heading on to Shatira now, your first thoughts on Bangladesh playing 11, pretty much that you expected, or any surprises you see there?
Yeah, it was same as I have done, because they have three spinners, one off spinner, one leg spinner, one left arm spinner. They have very good spin combination, and they have three pace bowler, two right arm pace bowler, and one left arm pace bowler. So the strength, Bangladesh team's strength is spin and slow bowling, but South Africa is totally different. They are going with pace bowling and fast bowling. So they knows that Bangladeshi batters are not so good with the pacers, and especially they have so many very good paces like Shabni, Marison Cap, and everyone. But with that also we have some very good spinner like Nahida, Salma. Like Salma, she's a very good off spinner. I think she's one of the best off spinner in the world. And Rumana also is a very good leg spinner. Those South African will handle very good leg spin, because Danny was there and Luis is there. So I think they will have problem with the off spinner and the left arm spinner. And especially I'll say about the new player Faria Trishna, the left arm pacer, who is playing for the first time. She will be a surprising package. I always said that. Let's see in this match, because she did well in the warm up match also with Pakistan. She got 3 wicket, and she's a very good pace bowler. She doesn't have so many pace, but her line and length is very good, and she get very good swing, and she can do cutter and everything. So maybe she will surprise us today, everyone.
So, yeah, as you just mentioned about the bowling attack of Bangladesh, Ritu Moni will talk about 3 wicket haul against Pakistan in the warm-up game. Then you have Jahanara Alam, as you mentioned, who's an experienced campaigner. More than anything else, her experience will count for the team. So, but playing in the New Zealand conditions for the very first time, how big a challenge it would be for them? Obviously, there are some quality players, and you have a South African South African batting lineup in front of you. So, how big a challenge that would be for the Bangladesh bowlers, Shatira?
Yeah, obviously, when you was looking of the Ritu's bowling seam, you can see like she's not a very fast bowler, but most of the time she used to bowl below the knee side, and her line and length is very good. So all the batters used to play very good pace, South African batters, because they have very good pace bowlers. They doesn't have slow bowlers, so maybe they will have face difficulties with the slow bowlers. Especially the bowler used to bowl below the knee area, so that will be problem, because from there you cannot play so many good shots. And also if you miss the ball, there is a chance for LBW and bold as well. So I think they will be in trouble with the slow bowlers.
Yes, so this was about the bowling attack of Bangladesh. Now coming on to the bowling attack of South Africa. The trio of Khaka, Ismail, Kaap, the pace bowling trio as we say them, and specifically about Khaka, just 4 wickets away from her 100 wickets, 100 international wickets in ODIs. What makes her stand out, Dane? Of course, we've seen you use her very well throughout the course of time. So, what is that one thing, if you had to pinpoint, that makes her stand out? Probably sometimes gets under the radar, but gets the job done for the side more often than not.
Yeah, I think the beauty of what Aya has been doing has just been keeping it simple. You know, she understands her skill very well, and you can see it when she bowls. You can see with the fields that she set, with the plans that you have, and um, yeah, no doubt. You know, the fact that she's coming into her own as an international star. You know, it's just credit to the way obviously she studied her own game and understands her own game, and it's certainly really nice to captain somebody like her. Always having that banker. I always call her my banker. I can bank on her anytime, any situation. And you know, everybody always spoke about him, the Marizan and the Shibnam show, but now you just said the trio. You know, and she's well deserved to be part of that. And as you mentioned, she does fly under the radar, but as a captain, sometimes I don't mind that too much because yeah, she can be a secret weapon, but yeah, I'm excited to see her go in these conditions again. She keeps it quite simple. She swings it in, but she runs in every single ball and bends her back and really wants to hit the deck. She's not overly fast, but she uses her variations very well. Very good death bowler and very good change up as well. So yeah, I'm really glad for her and the fact that she's so close to that milestone.
So we just had a talk about Sunili's leading the side. So from now one skipper to another. Now about the young captain Nigar Sultana, who lead the side, which rather has a good mix of both young and experienced blend. Gets a good judgment of the game from behind the wickets as well. Your views on that, Shatira?
I already told about her. Like she's a very young, talented captain, and she can make the team together always because she is the player. She is not so senior and junior, so she can have a very good friendship and very good relationship with the senior players as well, with the junior players as well. So she's a very talented player. She knows what to do, when what to do. That is the main thing, and she's a real fighter, so I'm very excited to see her as a captain in the mega event.
Definitely. So she's too excited to watch her. But then, when you talk about the teams taking the charge of the field in the in the World Cups and the ICC tournaments, it's a long process that goes behind. So talking about the coach of the side, Dane, we know that Hilton has been there with the side for a long period of time now, and probably Australia and South Africa are the only teams who haven't made frequent changes to their coaching side. So, how important that factor plays when you are planning to build a team that you want to, put out in front of the opposition as a formidable unit?
Yeah, Hilton has been incredible. We've come a long way. I think it's almost 10 years now. So he's literally been, you know, with the team throughout different life phases, not just cricketing phases. And you know, he understands every player very well. He understands, you know, what makes them tick, what maybe does not. And I'm a firm believer of keeping things obviously as normal as possible and as consistent as possible. And so he's certainly been that consistent figure in within the South African setup, and yeah, just I've thoroughly enjoyed working with him. We have a very good relationship, and you know, I don't know what his future holds after this World Cup, but certainly hope that the team can you know, also just give him also a, a nice little bit of silverware to just to cap off that. I think it's 10 years this year, so it's a milestone in itself. But no, he's a wonderful guy, and as I mentioned, keeping things consistent make for a good and you know, relaxed environment.
So now that South Africa is batting first, and whatever total we get to see on the field, when Bangladesh takes the charge with the bat and they come on to chase it, they bat pretty deep, probably until 8, 9, and having all rounders in the setup is always a positive. So, how do all rounders come to the picture, especially in the mega events, Shatira?
Yeah, obviously all-rounder always help the team whenever you need for batting, whenever you need in bowling also. So we have very good all-rounders like till Nahida Akhtar, even Jahanara Alam, she can bat very well. If I left Faria Trishna. She's a very new player, but Jana Alum can bat very well. Even all the players we have batting lineup till 10. So Jana Alum used to bat in the top order in the domestic leagues. Also Nahida Akhtar bat in the domestic league in top order. So all the players have very good batting strength. And in bowling, you always know, like Salma and Rumana and Ritumuni, that three all-rounders, they help always in bowling and batting when their team need actually.
So yesterday, in yesterday's match, West Indies New Zealand, the first match of the tournament was a blockbuster, as we mentioned earlier. 260 was what the target was given to New Zealand, and now South Africa are coming into bat. So it's the time to just put the prediction hats on. I will come to you, Danny, first. How much is South Africa scoring? What's going to be the target for Bangladesh?
Yeah, I think South Africa should need to start off really well and push the envelope, and really show the confident unit they are. So, I think 260, 270, maybe even pushing to 80. I don't know the conditions that well, so the only game I would have been there rained out. So, definitely just on the conditions, anything above 260, I'd be pretty happy to see. And it's going to take an effort to defend it, but it at least gives a very good bowling side the opportunity to defend a score.
260 to 270 is what Danny says. Shathira.
If you ask me, my prediction is like 260 to 70 definitely by I. But I want them to restrict below 200 definitely. If Bangladesh want to win the match, they have to restrict them below 200. So we can, like, Bangladesh can chase 200 maybe, but if they will do 260 to 70, it will be very difficult to chase for Bangladesh.
So we've got the predictions from our experts. We'll definitely get back to all of you in our mid show. It was an exciting contest in the first match, and we're pretty much sure that when South Africa, a team which is in a good form against Bangladesh, who are going to make their maiden appearance in the ODI World Cup, is going to be special. So stay tuned to us. We'll pick up this conversation in the mid show.